Nothing better than hanging out at the PA Data Center and Energy Innovation Summit with one of our key partners here, Chris Massetti from Donwil. Chris, it's so much fun to talk to you. You always have the insights that we're looking for, and can't thank you enough for being literally our key partner for bringing this event together. 600 people in a room today, Chris. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Thanks a lot for having me. I really appreciate it. You know, this is the type of thing that I was built for, my business was built for, because data centers are the only thing that we've done.
Yeah.
For 60
years.
60 years.
Well, first off, congratulations on 60
Thanks.
years, man. How cool is that?
We're super proud of that. There were some tipping points, 1994 in the distributed processing era of computers.
Okay.
Nobody thought data centers were ever going to be a thing.
Really?
So the business was available and nobody wanted it, and nobody thought it was going to be real.
No way.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It was a dying
industry. No way. Oh my God. This is why I love talking to you, because you tell me these things I had no idea about. So I always learn something new when I'm hanging out with you. So what are your thoughts on getting people in a room like this? I mean, first off, we're almost double what we were last year, which to me just shows the interest and the intensity around the opportunities here.
You could be triple if you let more people in.
I know. Well,
there was a big waiting list.
Yes, but
great.
We literally fire codes, dude.
No, I hear you.
It's like
it's great. It's good to be exclusive.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, but I just think the idea that it really shows the opportunities that are here and how everyone's really talking about really how people want to do all this right. That there is these three prongs of opportunity around manufacturing, around energy development. And to me, it's just, wow, like we want to be able to do these things and be right with the communities that we're in. And I feel like everyone's talking about being carbon neutral and carbon free and all these types of different things. What are your thoughts about getting all these different mindsets here?
You don't get something for nothing, so you have to create energy in order to create the incredible digital world that we live in.
Exactly.
Nobody I know uses less data today than they did a year ago. Nobody uses less e-commerce or AI inferencing than they do a year ago.
Exactly.
AI's never going to be worse than it is today. It's just getting better. You can either look at it as the fall of humanity, which I choose not to do.
Me too.
Or look at it as a technology that's going to change the way we live our lives and improve the lives of a lot of people. And if you hold that opinion, in order to do that, energy is the input of AI. It is turning electrons into tokens that we can then infer things from to live our lives. So energy is going to be a constant in that. There's always ways to make it more efficient, but there's never ways to remove energy from that equation.
Exactly. It's just part of what happens.
So
the idea that we can use this energy, produce it, and do everything within the state here and actually export energy out. And I just feel like there's just so many opportunities. It makes my head almost spin after just listening to the first few panels and speakers today.
Yeah. The utilization of the energy in the state of Pennsylvania is the same problem that the gas producers see, and that is we have an offtake for our electrical energy, but we don't have an offtake for our petrochemical energy from natural gas and petroleum products. And that's a challenge. And it's frustrating to me, being in this business for so long, to see Pennsylvania not developing the digital economy here, but producing all the necessary inputs.
Exactly. They send them abroad, but we could actually send them abroad still, but also build some stuff here. Yeah.
Well, the fastest growing part of my business, of the many parts of the business, is the service company.
Yes.
And we service liquid cooling systems. We service, we commission and start up AI facility for liquid cooling and power systems. That's the fastest growing part of our business, and finding people to do that is very difficult.
Interesting.
They're the best jobs we have. These are early guys and girls in their early 20s that are making very significant incomes, working in clean environments, working really hard, driving my vehicle, burning my fuel.
That's true.
My point is, they're not sitting in traffic. They're not sitting in their vehicles. They have a very clear path to success in their lives.
Exactly.
And I love that business so much. If we had more facilities here to service, I would have more technicians servicing them.
I believe it. Yeah.
It's a lot different across the border in Ohio.
How's that? Is it better there?
We probably have 5x the opportunities right now in my business in Ohio.
Okay.
For multi-100 megawatt sites than we do in Pennsylvania.
Okay. And this is why we're here today, because we're seeing this, and you can bring this up and keep going.
So I said when I talked earlier today, and I don't know if anyone listened to that. Every region has different factors that make it more or less attractive for data centers.
Right.
Regulatory challenges, regulatory pathways. Ohio is simpler regulatory environment than Pennsylvania. Also, geographically, they're very desirable because when you have to bury fiber optic cable, for instance, Ohio's very flat. Rights of way through fields are much easier than rights of way through for piles of rocks.
Okay.
And, Pennsylvania has to embrace that, acknowledge that, and realize that that's going to be a cost of us getting in this industry is the connectivity. And data centers take very large plots of flat land. Guess what we don't have a lot of?
Got a few hills here, that's for sure.
Right. So there's some challenges, but those challenges are certainly not insurmountable when you factor in all the advantages.
Exactly.
Net producer of energy, net producer of the equipment that provides it. We do that all within our borders, so it's just a matter of overcoming the challenges.
I love it, man. It's so cool. And real fast, just talk about Donwil a little bit. You mentioned 60 years. I think it's just amazing, and that you guys jumped into this thing like in 1994 when you said this was like a dying industry.
Well, in 66, the owners of the company in 66 that founded it had a significant problem. They had to cool a mainframe computer for Pittsburgh National Bank.
Is that what it was?
And they didn't know how to do it.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
And they met this little guy named Ralph Liebert from Columbus, Ohio, that invented a way to do that.
Yes.
And we've been partnered with Liebert, now called Vertiv.
Exactly.
Since 1966, we're the first one in the world to do that.
That's so awesome.
And
I love hearing
we're
that.
still partnered with Vertiv. They're amazing, great to work with. In fact, they just invested more than $250 million in Western Pennsylvania by purchasing Great Lakes in Edinburgh.
I've heard about that.
And they're going to continue growing the manufacturing sector up there.
I love it.
For their integrated modular business.
Awesome stuff.
It's great.
60 years, and I think that with what Donwil does, it's like one of these things where, without Donwil, you use a little bit of cooling.
Well, here's the thing. We're finally cool now. Exactly. There were a lot of years we were fighting for relevancy, and we're finally cool now, which
literally
is
and figuratively, which I think is so awesome. Chris, you are the best. Thanks for hanging out with me. And once again, thanks for being a partner with us on putting such a tremendous event together to really get these minds together in one room. So good stuff.
I really appreciate the opportunity. Thanks, man. Always a pleasure.
Without a doubt. Hey, it's been Jonathan Kirsting with the Pittsburgh Technology Council and Tech 5 Radio, bringing you this podcast with, of course, our friends at Comcast. They're powering all the great stuff we do at the Tech Council.